This is a little story how you should definitely be pushing yourself to learn new things. So I've never used JSONs before, but I've been working on a Pokemon style monster game, and it's a pretty sacred cow that your Pokemon, your monsters, they level up and they learn new abilities. And so I was wondering how to save that efficiently. And first I was like, oh, we could do a dictionary, which is kind of a list that isn't ordered and has like a leading like variable. We were going to use the level you learn the ability, and then the other part of the dictionary was going to be the name. But Unity doesn't show dictionaries in editor, and so that would be really annoying to implement. So we were like, well, if we did it with like an object, we'd have to have like several of these objects per monster, and then monsters have evolutions, and that seems really dumb. So we were like, oh, we could just use a JSON and import that. And I was like, well, I've never done that before. So we jumped into it. So we made a test JSON with these blatantly stolen Pokemon moves. Don't mind those. We'll fix those, which is tackle and the learn level. Pretty simple. And then we made this move learn data. We made it system serializable, and we have a move name and a learn level. So that's easy. And then we went over here to a JSON import, and we were like, well, we're just going to use C sharps out of the box JSON. Well, that didn't really work because Unity doesn't fully support it, and we were messing around with things, and it wouldn't work. Basically, it looks something like this, but this top one doesn't work. It uses the normal C sharp Unity JSON conversion thing, but basically it doesn't recognize test it's a text asset, which is what Unity categorizes a bunch of different things. And it doesn't recognize test as something we can turn into a string and feed through this JSON thing. And I was sitting there like, well, I don't want to look up what it wants because I could change the text asset via some complicated code I'd have to puzzle out to make it look like what it expects and then feed it into that, but that's really annoying. So my buddy was like, well, these Newton saw people, they got their own thing and people in it were saying use it. So we went and we downloaded their asset just in the asset manager, just go to asset store, and we went open package manager and we hit the little plus button and found the package name, pretty basic stuff. And then we imported it via the using, and then we activated this. Although I think this might be redundant. Don't worry about it. But basically, this just works. It reads in. Oh, it just reads in this test. We convert it to a string. It reads it into a list called move learned level, and then makes it my object. Let's go take a look at what it does. Gonna hit play. And we can see over here, test, the my object that it's stable to, now has tackle and ember. And if we hit unplay, we can see that my object is in fact empty. So that means we were able to, and this is in about 40 minutes because we were downloading things and messing around, we were able to make a test JSON and import it in. And now we have a super slick way to deal with a lot of the large, annoying data sets that this game is going to demand. And now I can confidently say, I know how to use JSONs. Json Derulo.